Okay, I have a question here, division question, that says 856 divided by 4. And I'm going to try doing this in the box group method, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is take the divisor, what I'm dividing it by, the number of groups I want to put it into, and then I'm going to take the number I'm dividing, which is 856, and I'm going to put that into columns that show the place value for each of the digits in that number. So I have 3 digits, therefore I'm talking about hundreds, tens, and ones. So if I look at my largest digit, always start from my left, I'm asking myself 8 divided by 4 would equal how many? And my answer, which is going to be called my quotient, I'm going to be creating and putting up here in the top, okay? So when I say 8 divided by 4, I can think 4 times what equals 8? And if I know my fact family, I know that 4 times 2 equals 8. Okay? So I put the 2 here in the hundreds place. 2 times 4, so I'm going to be multiplying this number by this number. So 2 times 4 I know is 8. And I'm going to see what I have left over. Okay, what's remaining? 8 minus 8 is 0. I don't have anything remaining. Okay? I'm going to take this and just remind myself I didn't have any remainders here. Okay, so my number that I'm dividing now is 5. 5 divided by 4. Sorry, 5 divided by 4. And what I always have to remember is that this number that I have left over for remainder always has to be less than what I'm dividing it by, the number of groups I'm dividing it into, okay? If I have 0, I can't put them into any groups. So that's why the 5 is not changed. But when I have 5 things and I want to group them into 4 different groups, I'm going to have to look for a multiple of 4. So I know that 4 times something, will it equal 5 exactly? No, because 5 is not a multiple of 4. But if I start with what I do know, 4 times 0 is 0, because any number times 0 is 0. 4 times 1 is 4, because any number times 1 is itself. That's not as big as the number I'm trying to divide up. So I'm going to continue and say 4 times 2, that equals 8. We already knew that. But 8 is bigger than this number. Okay? So the most I can put into each group is 1, because I have 4 groups, and 4 times 1 is 4. So I'm going to put a 1 up here as part of my answer. Just going to make this a little clearer. 1 times 4 equals 4. And I want to see what I have left over, because 4 wasn't equal to 5. It's a little bit less, so there's some left over. 5 minus 4 equals 1. Okay? Now I'm going to take that 1 in the tens place and put that 10 up here in the ones place. So this says 16 because 16 is one group of tens and 6 ones. Okay? So I haven't changed the value of it. It's still the same amount. But now I can divide 16 by 4. If I think what times 4 equals 16, if I keep doing my 4 times tables, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16. That's the number I'm trying to divide. So I can say 16 divided by 4 equals 4. Because 4 times 4 equals 16. Now I'm going to subtract to see what I have left over. 16 minus 16 is 0. So my answer, it's not down here. This is not my answer. This is where I was doing my thinking. This is my answer, and I have no remainders. So the answer to 856 divided by 4 is going to be 214 with no remainder, because this was able to divide down to 0. Okay? So this is how we do the box group method. for doing long division. Okay? We're going to try and do some yourselves now.